Hello there. This video is about how to bring consistency to currency. All right, let's take a historical look first. When I was growing up, I think gas was like 36 cents a gallon. All right, a house was maybe 26,000 or 20,000. You know, today, gas $4. The house is 150,000. Well, this, in relative terms, it mirrors. There's a lot of recorded history side effects, and once you're able to separate Earth and man objects based on inheritance, you'll get your native perspective back, and then you'll start seeing the side effects. I mean, if you look at the rise in the cost of currency, the value, currency that's not consistent at all. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's almost like war. And, the recorded history side effect of, brainwashing our children to live for the dead, has gotten, every generation has gotten more dangerous and dangerous and dangerous. We've become more word slaved of history, and now it's finally time that we're breaking free. Okay? And so, that's what it is that, we can't breach our integrity for money anymore. Is that what, in fact, that you use money and you spend money, that it actually enhances your integrity. It grows you, and so it's, at first we're taught to breach our integrity. The first main recorded history side effect, if you haven't seen any videos before this, is that as children we're, programmed to live for the dead, which we would have never known about without recorded history, instead of our own children. Okay, and so we're made to live. Every cell is here to reproduce and grow bigger and better children. But recorded history has us under wraps right now, and that we're just breaking free. And so that's the primary recorded history side effect. When you don't emotional grunt and you get your object logic back, and you're not running on word logic, you see these things. All right, and so first we breach our integrity for living for the dead, which is done with language. But then as you climb out, the next thing you see we breach our integrity for is money, is currency. Okay, and so when I was talking about bringing it, and using it to enhance yourself, to make your life a test of purity by the money you spend, that means that you no longer have to let food, safety, and shelter that be affected by money, and we have to remove that pressure. That's why dolphins are the clowns of the sea, because they're good at getting food, safety, and shelter. And that raven right there is a clown of the sky, because they're good at getting food, safety, and shelter. I'm sorry, he's my friend. You're going to have to put up with his noise. Now, they're the clouds of the sky because they're good at food, safety, and shelter. Well, there's no way in heck, that we should be breaching our integrity for money. Okay? And so how come we do that? Well, and how is this, just like the danger of humanity, I can't stop. You just got to deal with it. All right, the danger of humanity, like how dangerous it is, every generation is more dangerous. Well, money is the same thing. Is that right now is the reason that people are able to breach their integrity so easily for money is because they're hiding behind corporations that are all closed source, and governments that are all closed source, and businesses. So the people who are actually running the companies are hidden. And then there's a few people that are leaders up top, and they're making them breach their integrity for money, because if they lose their job, their food, safety, and shelter is threatened. And so it's like, the only way to bring consistency to currency is that, and that's what I'm going to do with gTimers of the Tech Age, is that we're going to have an open source company. Every penny is that everybody knows what it is. Every worker is on the stage of recorded history of our country. Of our country and our company. Is that you put everybody that works for online, because it's an open source world. You put every employee that works for you and the money they control and what they do with it and how it's done, that you open your company so that all companies can become good. And then we as consumers, We reward companies that are open source. We don't want companies like, they just keep getting bigger and bigger and more dangerous and more dangerous. I mean, look at Monsanto. Everybody likes to pick on that one, but it's really just a product of the broken species and recorded history side effects, because, that we've never been able to, now we've got these tech-generated grunts that people are acting, because people are living as grunts, then they hide behind grunts. And then they're out there conducting and doing really mean things to the society for money. And the more that this goes on, the more that the currency is inconsistent and gets, and costs, and it keeps growing and growing and growing, the more dangerous that it'll get for money. Okay, and so going back all the way to the full thing is that to bring consistency to currency, so that we pass down, everything is that we have, today the living has, we live for our children in an open source world, and we pass this, this down to our children. And so it's like a gift. And so our generation brings consistency to currency because we open source the companies, and then we reward the companies that put their employees on the stage, of recorded history, and said, man, that was a good person. And they'll forever be there. Every ABC is recorded right now. Right now, how many, everybody's recorded history slaves. You're not a recorded history slave. You don't care about the other St. Bernards that came before you. You don't have recorded history. Mwah. And so, yeah, it's not hard, but you just gotta break free of the ManTime paradigm and know that it's such a trap, and it just, that recorded, it's only a trap because you're not aware of the recorded history side effects. And when you start seeing them, you see that we can bring consistency to currency. All right? And so that's why I'm wearing my suit, because I'm kind of doing the whole halfway robot thing. Because I used to be a corporate man. Anyway, I love you all. Talk to you later. I used to build a corporation. Talk to you later, man. Love you all. Bye-bye.